Hey guys, this morning I did a live stream of my first package opening of the new year of 2020, that is. And the thing I received in the mail, and I'll put pictures of it up here where you can see it, is a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic related item called a Dakimakura. Dakimakura, that's how it's pronounced in Japan, or in Japanese. Or China. Actually, no, it's China, actually. It's in Chinese. That's what it's known as. Dakimakura, I believe. It's translate. I think that's what it's called in Japan or China. I gotta look at that again. Hold on. But it's basically translated in the end to a body pillow here in the U.S. Yeah, it's from Japan, but it's also from China. It came out of China, but it's mostly known as translated here to a body pillow slash hug pillow slash cling pillow. But it's mainly a pillowcase. It's a characterization of a pillowcase. In other words, it's a pillowcase that has a character displayed on it on both sides. Now, depending on how you view these dakimakuras, these body pillows, if you will, I can understand where some people are coming from. As a matter of fact, I'm reminded of one of the videos Lily Orchard, formerly known as Lily Pete, and Jerry, because of their association with Firebrand, aka Josh Scorcher in the past. I can understand where people like them are coming from. You see, I remember watching several months ago one of Lily's videos where they talked about specifically the fact that during the daytime, in front of everybody's eyes, in front of eyes of not just adult fans, if you will, but also in the eyes of young fans, basically families that are together, vendors would have these body pillows, these hug pillows, these characterized, easy for me to say, pillowcases, that is, on display. And yes, I am doing this unscripted, uncut, and on the fly. But Lily pointed out that vendors at various conventions would have these pillowcases, these characterized pillowcases on display. Now, obviously, again, maybe it's just me, but from what I understand, Lily really doesn't have a problem with these kind of artistic, how do we put it, these artistic creations being displayed. But I think, from what I hear from Lily's perspective, is not to display them during the day in front of everybody, in front of like whole families, like youngsters and all that. So I can understand where Lily's coming from when it comes to that perspective. Because it's more appropriate, I think, from what Lily and others might point out, it's more appropriate if you have these displayed at night, where you know you're mostly going to have an adult audience or adult, community walking about the convention, looking around, viewing all these different, viewing and visiting all these different vendors around to see what they're selling as part of their contribution and love for whatever franchise that convention is associated with or based around. In this case, when it came to Lily doing this video, Lily pointed out that these body pillows, these characterized body pillows were on display at various MLP conventions, most notably like BronyCon, TrodCon, BabsCon, you name it. But here's the thing, Lily probably knows and everybody else probably knows, these MLP conventions are not the only ones on display that have these kind of pillowcases on display. Yes, the one I bought came directly from China, and it is a Rarity one. And as you could see in both pictures, it's two-sided. But like I said, these hug pillows, these body pillows, if you will, these dakimakuras, are not just sold or displayed at places like BronyCon or BabsCon or TrodCon or Everfree Northwest or wherever. As a matter of fact, they're also seen at various comic book and anime conventions. Like, I think there was an anime convention here in Sacramento. I think it's called Sac Anime or something like that. Yeah, Sac Anime was here in Sacramento just recently, as of this past weekend, it's actually two conventions as well. It's supposed to come back later this year in September for its winter edition. But anyway, like I was saying, basically, SAC Anime is, which is the Sacramento-based anime convention, would probably have these as well as various other anime conventions across the country, if not the world. And again, it's not just anime conventions like I mentioned. It's also comic book conventions. You go to a local comic book convention in your area, or you go to one like San Diego, New York, or around other parts of the country or other parts of the world, and you're going to see body pillow cases, that is, these Dakimakuras, on display as well. And here's the thing. Even though I get where Lily and others like Lily are coming from, where, hey, there's a time and a place to display these for vendors to show off their love for the franchise with other fans, as well as sell these to other fans. Like, there's a time and a place to do it. What Lily and others like Lily have to understand is, to these vendors, it's not about time and place. It's more along the lines of, like I said, sharing the love of the franchise that the convention is associated or related to or connected to with fellow fans, as well as selling that love, that artwork, as they look at it, to fellow fans to have for themselves. So let's say you go to a convention, MLP or anime or comic book, and you see some kind of like controversial, risky kind of, body pillowcase depiction or picture of, let's say, a Sunset Shimmer, or of MLP, Equestria Girls Friendship is Magic, or of Harley Quinn of DC Comics Batman, or let's say Sakura from Naruto. If you see risky, controversial kind of depictions of them on these pillowcases during the day, and you pretty much feel like, hey, this is not the time and place for this to happen, to you, a better time might be like when younger eyes are not viewing it, or whole families are not there together just walking around having a good time. To you, that might be not the best time, but to an artist, to a vendor that's selling them, that's selling these Dakimakuras, these body pillows, if you will, or body pillowcases, to them, they don't see controversy. They see sharing the artistic love with fellow fans, and not just sharing it, but also probably selling and making a profit. So to them, it may not be so to the vendors, the sellers, the artists that are displaying these Dakimakuras, these body pillows, they honestly don't see the strangeness of displaying them at certain times during the day of the convention. What they see is sharing their love and passion for that franchise with fellow fans, as well as, again, like I said, making probably a profit along the side by selling maybe a body pillowcase of said character to fellow fans to take home. So to them, they don't see that the controversy that others like, let's say, or the strangeness or the riskiness that others like Lily Orchard, Lily Pete, if you will, see. They see that, they don't see that, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't see that same, controversy or riskiness or strangeness that people like Lily Orchard and others that think along the same lines as Lily, that they do, is what I'm trying to say. So, to someone like a vendor that's showing the love for, let's say, Naruto, and you see body pillows of Sakura and other female characters or even male characters, and you feel, wait a minute, this is not the best time and place to show these or display these, especially during the day. Again, they don't see that. The vendors and the artists that are there selling these, they don't see that. What they see is passion. What they see is showing their passion and their love and their artisticness for a franchise that they're fans of, along with they see sharing it along with fellow fans. So they don't see any, like I say, controversy or strangeness. Like others, like Lily Orchard, and people that kind of agree with her along those lines see. They don't see that. What they see is them just sharing their love and of that franchise with other fans, as well as maybe making a profit along the side. Now, do others like Lily kind of see the awkwardness in these kind of things being displayed during the day? Absolutely. Even the companies, the animation studios and parent companies and all that, they see the strangeness. I speak about MLP FIM, and in, I think it was the season 6 episode, Stranger Than Fan Fiction, when Rainbow Dash goes to a convention and she meets a fellow Daring Do fan in Quibble Pants, and they're walking around enjoying each other's company, enjoying each other's company and seeing what other vendors and fans, are, selling, displaying, and all that. There's a moment during that montage where Rainbow Dash points to a body pillowcase, or body pillow period, of a tied up Daring Do on the cover, and she has this look like, what the heck? What the F? Kind of deal. Like, she can't even understand why they have this displayed during like a certain time of the convention, like mostly during the day. She sees the awkwardness, she sees the strangeness, and that's Hasbro. That's Hasbro themselves kind of telling the fans, yeah, we get your love for the fan base, we get your love for these characters, and we see why you would even sell or create these kind of things, but yeah, selling them during the day when everybody else is walking around, families and all that, to me, that moment right there, that scene in that montage right there, with Rainbow Dash looking at that and pointing to it awkwardly, it's like, it's Hasbro and the creative staff's way. It's Hasbro and DHX's own way. Megan McCarthy, Nicole Dubuque, you name it, Jim Miller. It's their own way of saying, yeah, we respect your love for the fan base, but this kind of stuff that you want to showcase during the day, maybe you should hold off on it until later on, because you got to remember this show is still targeted towards younger audiences as well. So, even major companies like Hasbro and DHX and the creative staff behind the shows acknowledge, sometimes the awkwardness of having this kind of stuff shown during the day. So Lily, she and others that are kind of on the same page when it comes to this are not alone in that perspective. But again, you go back to what I was saying earlier. Basically, a lot of the vendors, the artists that are behind these as well, they don't see that. They don't see the strangeness and the awkwardness of selling these Dakimakuras, these body pillows / hug pillows / cling pillows during the day as strange or weird or controversial or risky or whatever. They don't see that. What they see is basically them sharing their love and passion of a franchise and its characters along with fellow fans, and maybe selling something along the lines and at the same time. So, again, they don't see that. They don't see, just checking something there in the reflection. Again, they don't see that. What they see is them sharing their love for that franchise with their fellow fans. So, again, and I think that's what kind of, as maybe someone like Lily would say, would blind them to the fact that, yeah, it's kind of, maybe you shouldn't be selling those during the day when whole families are walking around seeing what vendors have to sell and all that. So, but again, I know I'm repeating myself. It's not, they don't see that. They don't see that even if someone like Hasbro, DHX, and the creative staff behind a show like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, even one episode is pointing out the strangeness and the awkwardness themselves with one of their main characters. So, vendors, they don't see that. They don't see the awkwardness or the strangeness. What they see is just showing their love, is them sharing their love and passion for a show and its characters with fellow fans and making a profit. And again, I know I repeated myself saying that several times, and I do apologize, but what I'm trying to get across from my perspective, my opinion, is people don't see the awkwardness or the strangeness in that at all. Especially those that are behind, displaying them and selling them. They don't see that. But I could see, with all due respect, I could see where Lily's coming from. I could see where others that would agree with her on the, from that perspective are coming from. I could see that. I could see the strangeness and awkwardness that they themselves would notice. And I will admit, if I was to go to a convention down the line and see something like that, yeah, I might look at it and kind of be in awe of the artisticness that was the hard work of the artistic hard work that was put into it. I might be in awe and respect of it. But if it's kind of like, a two-sided one, like let's say the pillowcase I got this morning, or I opened up opened up in the package opening this morning. If it's got two sides of it and one side is kind of risky, it's best to kind of maybe display the side that's not so risky, that may be more family friendly or appropriate than the other side. So I might find it awkward too, even though I would be in awe of the artistic hard work that was put into it. But again, I could probably relate to that. Maybe if I was to go to a convention and see that, I would kind of be like, yeah, I like the fact that they're showing the love and the passion for the franchise and for the characters, but the way they're displaying it, maybe the one side of displaying it on may not be the best side to display it on just right now, or even display it at all. So I can understand, I can respect that. But again, like I said, Lily has to understand, and others that agree with Lily on this perspective have to understand that, again, I'm repeating myself here, that basically the vendors and the artists that are vending the artists along with those vendors, if not being the vendors themselves, they don't see that. They see sharing their passion and their love for the franchise with fellow fans at that convention, and maybe selling pieces of that artwork or that artistic body pillowcase to fans to have at home. That's what they see. So, and then thing too, like I just mentioned, Lily and others that agree with Lily on this have to remember, I should say, that, as I just said, it's two-sided. So there's two sides of that case that you could display. One could be appropriate for everybody, one could not. So, but yeah, I understand where Lily is coming from, where others that would agree with Lily on this subject are coming from. And I just wanted to come out here uncut, on fly, and unscripted to kind of talk about this, because I know people are going to probably watch my video, my live stream later on, if not already, and wonder why I would buy something like this. And again, it's just me sharing, and it's just me showing my love and, my love for the franchise, and also sharing and showing my respect towards those that are willing to make these kind of things, happen, to also share their love with fellow fans, even if it means making a profit on the side. So, but again, I know people might find it strange, but, if you want to, but, guess what? There are others out there that will buy body pillows, to, share their love for a franchise and for the characters involved. And that's kind of what I did, Sorry about that, guys. My battery on my camera died. My Canon camera. But anyway, though, sorry about that. Anyway, though, but like I said, that's kind of what I did. I kind of just decided, I wanted to, show my love for the franchise and show my respect towards those that, go out of the way and create these kind of things. So, sorry about that. Let me adjust this here. So, that's what I did. I went out and I, decided to purchase one of them, and that's the end of that. And again, that's why I'm doing this video, because I know some people would find it a little strange that someone like me would buy that, but then again, I bought that at the Apricot Fiesta a couple years back, so there's that. So there's that, and that's not an official art piece either, but it's showing love. It's one fan sharing, and if not selling, sharing their passion and their love for a franchise or for a character like Mononoke, Princess Mononoke, and then selling maybe a piece of that artwork to fellow fans to have for themselves at home. So, I can understand where Lily and others like Lily are coming from. So I do respect that. Nothing against it, and that's all I can really say. But again, I do apologize though for any awkwardness here. Just check something real quickly. Okay. But again, like I said, I do apologize for the sudden change in maybe audio a little bit because, like I said, my Canon camera its battery just died, so I have to recharge it. But anyway, I wanted to come on here just give you my thoughts on that so that you guys don't wonder why I ended up buying it, and just give you my thoughts on the fact that you know these kind of things are in existence and there's a reason for them, and that reason is despite how you feel when they're displayed and when they shouldn't be and when they should be, why they are out there and why fans create them. So yeah, I just thought I'd give my thoughts on it overall. But that's about it, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I will be back with a little bit more videos down the line. But let me know what your thoughts, though, overall on these body pills. How do you feel about them? Let me know down below if maybe you've purchased some, and maybe you just purchased the pillowcase to display on your own at your house, maybe without a pillow. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Comment down below. Let me know what you all think, and I will talk to you all later.